Hi, my name's Jessica Quinn. I work for United Living as a graduate design manager, and that is part of the GEM programme as well. So within my day-to-day sort of roles and what I do is I coordinate the design process. So basically, I'm the middle person between the client and the architects. So what I could be expected to do within my daily role is send emails, check through drawings, client meetings, make agendas. So yeah, it is quite broad. How I came across the role was actually I trained as an architect for 6 years, I think it has been. So I've done my undergraduate at Sheffield, and then I did my master's in Sheffield in architecture. I also did work in practice. I worked in London for a couple of years in an architectural practice there, and I I just decided that I didn't want to do it anymore. I felt that I could be more hands-on and really engage with the client side of it, as opposed to just work in the computer models and things like that. So I started to look for jobs as a design manager, and then it was actually quite a coincidence that I work within social housing. So I came across the job role advertised by the GEM programme because I was looking for a graduate role, as obviously I have no sort of prior experience as a design manager, but it obviously closely links to training, architectural training, and understanding designs and plans and the technical side of it. So I wasn't looking for any other sort of. I didn't just come across it as looking for jobs. I was specifically looking to become a design manager. So I would say the best thing about my job is definitely the client interaction. I really do enjoy, and also working alongside the architects, because I've had the first-hand experience of designing, but now it's more so of making sure that we're hitting deadlines in the program. So the most interesting thing as well is having on-site experience. So as an architect, like I said, I spent most of my time actually just in the office creating models and drawings, whereas now I have so much practical experience of going on site, overseeing site investigations, and the project that I've started on actually within United Living, I've come right at the early stages. So now it's in its initial sort of process of design development. So seeing that process, how that unfolds, and then by October this year, I hope to be on site. And also a good thing about United Living as well is that they allow you to work shadow. So even though I'm set on being a design manager and I think this is the path for me, they actually allow us to do work shadowing throughout our GEM period, which is a 2 year sort of graduate period. So I can go on site and shadow project managers on there, or I could go see site surveying if that's what I wanted to do. So it's really opening up endless possibilities. If I decide, oh, I thought I wanted to be a design manager, but actually I prefer, maybe I might prefer something else. So that's really positive. The worst thing, I mean, the worst thing about it is probably, well, I can't really think of the bad thing about. So I mean, I've only been in the job for 3 months. I guess probably the worst thing is how there's not many women in construction. So that's really new to me, because when I was working in architecture practice, it was quite evenly split 50-50 women and men. Whereas working in this side of it, where you're a design manager or you're working on site, there isn't many women, and I've definitely tried to get involved in sort of extracurricular activities and go beyond what my job role asks for. And one of these things is getting involved with women in construction. I'm going to be attending a conference in London in a couple of months. So that's really interesting for me to sort of promote that. I also get involved with workshops with schools as mentoring. So really trying to be an ambassador for women in construction and try and get youths involved with that, because I guess it's maybe a lot of girls at school may think, oh, that I'm not interested in that, but there's so many different possibilities that you wouldn't usually think of that women can get involved with. So what advice would I give to someone trying to find a similar job? Would probably to, if you have a degree, potentially look at graduate schemes. So they usually you start applying for graduate schemes straight after you graduate, but then to start in September or October. Well, that was the case for me. So really just look online and see the different possibilities that businesses can offer you, because there's so many out there. And I know that I definitely got given a brilliant sort of opportunity with the GEM programme that goes beyond my sort of role and my expertise as a design manager, because it's really sort of targeted for social housing, which mine is, but more the front end of it. So which I would not experience in my everyday sort of job. So understanding all the elements that make up what make up within construction. So I hope that helps.